With those 19 career titles, just the one for Lukeman. I can't ignore the tournament numbers for Lukeman. 98.01 for the tournament, 95.44 for Dimitri, which is obviously very good in itself. But the seasonal numbers, there's been a real dip in the form of Dimitri. He's down at 93.45. So he's either on an upward trajectory in this tournament, and is it something that he can sustain?
Lukeman hardly missed anything against Gary Anderson.
Oh,
if he can sustain that sort of finishing, he's going to be mighty difficult to beat. But that's a big if, because I don't think he'll have ever finished as well as that before. And
not over that distance.
Now asking him to do it again.
Yeah, and he may have to, because one thing Dimitri does have when he's on his game is immense scoring power, which, if you don't know what I mean, just watch the last game. Especially the first 5 legs. Remarkable performance from Heta and Lukeman.
The early stages of it were amazing. The numbers just tumbled a little bit in the closing stages as the finishing line came in sight, as so often happens. But
yeah, I've been banging the drum about Damon Heta because, you know, I've seen him on the floor and watched him produce, and that may be the catalyst for him to kick on. It's getting real, genuine, factual confidence because he's been up there and done it.
He was absolutely breathtaking in those early legs. Astonishingly good. Now Lukeman, 164. This is the sort of thing he was taking out. Fancied it, didn't he? You can see by the look on his face.
Treble 18, leaves 32. Good pressure.
Dimitri 48.
Dimitri had better take this. Double 16. And there it is. 17 data to open proceedings. And Bergh on the board. We had one meeting in 2023 which went Lukeman's way. Players' Championship 24, he won 6-4. And they've met once on TV as well, Chris, and Dimitri won on that occasion.
Yeah, that was a Players' Championships, wasn't it?
It was 6-5 in Bergh's favour.
42.
Lukeman is on a good run at the moment. His last matches was a
41.
European Tour qualifier, which he qualified for, beat Josh Richardson, then Jitsi van der Vel, then Sedlacek, and of course his run here, so he's on a 7-match unbeaten streak.
Family man Martin, married, his wife's had health issues recently, but hopefully moving in the right direction. And that's the first maximum to Dimitri van den Bergh. He also likes his French bulldog, so I'm told.
Dimitri 140.
He's not quite made a dent in that as emphatically as he would have wished. 193 though, obviously no check out for Lukeman.
He put a big hole in it. 113 remaining.
89. Dimitri require 80.
Treble 20 for double 10 will be the aim. 20 now to leave tops. Goodness me, almost put that high.
It's a blocker.
Finds
a way through. Good leg from Dimitri. 180 in there. And 15 dart breaker throw. Early advantage with Dimitri. Lukeman just not settled yet.
In down a mine somewhere.
Minehead.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, 86.
Not quite sure what the origins of the name Minehead is. I'm sure somebody somewhere will be passing that information on.
Oh, 86.
The pace of this one won't particularly suit Lukeman.
He's very much more measured than Gary Anderson, isn't he? Gary Anderson, a quick man at the hockey.
Yeah, the whole pace of that game
94.
suited them both.
People still chatting around the arena. You get the feeling that they're still chewing on the facts and figures and the sheer brilliance of that last match.
Yeah, they're just taking a breath.
96. Dimitri
Took a little look at social media, and it's fair to say that it's gone viral.
Martin require 119.
Shovel 19.
62 remaining, so it'll be 12 ball.
Here it goes.
94.
What a difference a day makes.
Yeah, that would have been going, sure as you know. Double four.
And for the
And this time it's Bergh. Hold of throw. 3-0. He's made the start he'd have hoped for. Now Minehead. I'm being told by a dedicated team of researchers that it's Old English for North Hill.
93.
There you go.
There you go. Very much a Victorian resort, expanded with the arrival of the railway in the 1850s, I think.
We get to see the steam engine every now and again.
96.
Having a good time.
Oh, 93.
Well, Lukeman badly needs to get into the match, doesn't he? He needs a leg just to establish
84.
himself. We saw earlier on Stephen Bunting against Luke Humphries, and Humphries raced into an early lead 4-1 at the first
89.
interval, and Stephen was never able to find a way back.
Yeah, I mean, it appears to be a long race, but once you're sort of 4 or 5 legs adrift,
86.
a player of
150.
well, Luke Humphries' experience now, just know how to just fend a player off. And Dimitri, very similar.
180.
It's a really good setup.
32.
Now, bull route. Shovel 19 now. He's got it. Now bullseye for 132. That is quality. Very high quality indeed from Dimitri van den Bergh. And the reaction tells you how important it was to him. 4-0.
Game.
Break at the end of this leg, and Martin Lukeman just desperately needs to get into the match.
Dimitri just trying to get rid of the adrenaline that will be coursing through his veins after that 1-3-2 out. Big moment, big reaction.
Four out of four on the doubles, Dimitri.
20.
He's had a few on the floor already, as Lukeman.
Bergh just trying to get the tension out of his shoulders, trying to stay relaxed as this first interval approaches. Lovely shots on treble 19.
Yeah, Lukeman would be desperate to not go into that first break, 5-zip down.
86.
Looking as though there's a very real possibility of that being the case. 6 from 207 needed for Dimitri van den Bergh. Wants a treble and doesn't find one.
I'm amazed he didn't use the 19s. He's using the 19s. To aplomb, 171 to leave 24.
That's magnificent darts. 147. And he's not going to find the big check out this time. He's had a 1-3-2.
This is only Lukeman's second dart at a double.
24.
Double 12. This is a big dart for him.
12.
And he can't tuck it away. Van den Bergh surely now will make it the clean sweep in the opening set, in the opening session. First miss on a double that was, and that's the second.
60.
Oh, Lukeman breathes again.
Marty required.
Very
12.
fortunate.
Come on, he says to himself.
Yeah,
And double 6. He's into the match. And his match at long last, just before the interval. He'll feel a little bit better about that, maybe. But he's got a lot to do. Advantage clearly to Dimitri, and you can see Martin Lukeman a bit annoyed that he's not been able to replicate his form from yesterday.
Yeah, it's always the danger when you win such a game of that magnitude against a player who's banging form at the moment in Gary Anderson. There's that fear of that was your final.
100. $82.
Lukeman was a marginal favourite coming into this.
91.
Very marginal.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised. I think that may be just based on the tournament numbers coming in to this match.
$43.
And Lukeman does have a higher seasonal average. Maybe they're just basing it on that and on the back of that win over Gary Anderson.
If he were to win here,
108.
he'd move into the PDC rankings top 32. He'd got to 32 from 35. Van den Bergh wins it. He'd got to 13 rather,
Martin
from his
required 40.
present ranking of number 14.
Yeah,
The darts.
Martin Lukeman.
Much better leg, 14 darter, back-to-back legs for Lukeman.
$100. $140. $47. 100.
Second maximum for Dimitri.
It is actually Lukeman with the higher match average at the moment.
57.
94.55, plays 93.26. Lovely sequence of visits for Dimitri to re-establish control.
12 darts to 40.
82.
And
Dimitri
stop
require
this
40.
surge from Martin Lukeman. This is quite an important one.
Yeah, it's on the 7th.
And he finds it.
Number.
And there's the reaction.
8 legs, Martin to throw first. Game.
Yeah, you'll fully understand. He has to try and manage this lead.
180.
It's a second max for Lukeman and a 171 in leg 5.
The defeat of Luke Littler, incidentally,
57.
has installed Luke Humphries as an odds-on favourite to win this now and continue his great sequence of performances over the last couple of years.
83.
Draw going to be made at the end of this match for the semi-finals this evening.
58.
I'm sure Damon Hatcher will have a lot of belief now.
So he should. The performance against Littler was
140.
right up there.
Well, that's not bad.
Might feel like chicken, but it doesn't look like one.
No, I think that was Fox. I think foxes like chicken.
Ah.
I nearly said he was foxy, but I don't think that would be the right word, would it really? Now, tops.
6. Dimitri require 104.
104, this had hurt Lukeman.
Can still do it. Ball.
63.
Must take for Martin this double 10.
And for the
There it
8
is.
Martin.
3 doubles out of 9 attempts.
Dimitri to throw first.
Yeah, 3 of the last 4 legs.
.43.
No, that is definitely a chicken.
Yeah, she wants to be aware of the fox.
140.
If that happens, there'll be plenty of feathers for the dart players. Of course,
58.
that's what flights were known as back in the day.
100.
Really has upped his game, hasn't he, in this second session? Put 10 points on his average.
82.
Vandenberg's throws under a bit of pressure here. Lukeman can kick on.
Well, Lukeman
And
is starting to believe.
Oh, 121. Martin require 121. 81.
Nicely done. Bergh can do no more than apply pressure, which he does brilliantly, but now Lukeman for the break of throw, double tops.
Go within one of Dimitri.
That's a big opportunity missed.
Massive moment in the match, even at this early stage.
Double five, key dart. Well, Lukeman slips away, dodges one. Now he has an opportunity for double five. Well, he got away with it and gets a break, and a big break, because if he holds his throw now, he'll be going into the second interval on level terms.
Yeah, it would have meant winning this session 4-1. Lost the opening session 4-1.
96.
Superb response with a bit of good fortune.
Talking to himself all the time, isn't he? Trying to rev himself up, psych himself up, Lukeman.
28.
And Dimmy, another poor visit.
Six.
Lukeman's overall average as a result of those numbers, 93.43. Dimitri just over 90, 90.22.
137.
Lukeman in a good position to get that equalising leg on the board.
60.
Well, he's looking the most likely right now, isn't he? Just seems to be more belief with the Lukeman game than there is with Bergh.
44. Martin 164.
Ton 40, but still no finish for Dimmy. So Martin Lukeman, 164, just trying to set it up as best he can. He could do with a treble, he can't find one.
The treble would be ideal to leave double 18.
100.
Doesn't get it.
Martin require 107.
107.
Yep, 88.
Treble 16 at lead tops. Treble 20 would have left double 14.
55.
And he couldn't find
Dimitri
either. So
requires
Bergh now 76 for a break back.
Yeah, Lukeman knows that was a missed opportunity.
Double 18.
And
Bergh shouts, "Come on!" as that
Finish of the game so far, because it's re-established that two-leg cushion, which will become 3 if he holds here.
$98.
One thing Luke will be more than aware of is that he doesn't have to find a massive jump in levels to not just get in this match, but win it. There's an example of that there with those numbers.
Yeah, best leg of the match, a 14 darter from Martin Lukeman. Bergh behind on the averages, actually, despite being ahead, averaging just over 90 against Lukeman's 92.85.
Lukeman could just sort of put 4 or 5 points on that average. You'd think he'd be able to take control of the match.
140.
Big if, though, isn't it? His first big
107.
semi-final appearance. Dimitri van den Bergh's best performance was last year, actually, when he got to the semi-final, losing out to Michael van Gerwen, having picked up some decent wins on the way.
80. Dimitri required 36.
Double 18 then for 7-4. That's a big miss.
He loves double 18.
Well, he worked his way down and got what he wanted.
So legs, Martin throw first.
And the cushion now is 3 legs.
$44.
Early mistake. 7-4. Could soon become 8-4.
Martin Lukeman's just not finding that sense of purpose and belief that he had yesterday against Gary Anderson.
140.
Can happen. We've seen it, of course, with Rob Cross against Ricky Evans. Neither of those could get anywhere near the levels that they'd previously played at.
82.
Yes, if you're just joining us, Rob Cross going out of the tournament this afternoon.
$60.
We're going to have a new winner of the UK Open.
134.
That's more like it. There's Martin's wife, Melanie, watching on.
109.
What a great response.
134. Dimitri 121.
This one just about to start warming up.
Well, there's the one.
Cancel that. There's another one done.
52.
Oh dear.
Martin 107.
Lukeman 107 for a holder throw that had looked unlikely. Can't do it now.
Whether we trade Dimitri or Fancy, maybe
41.
trouble 11,
69.
maybe trouble 15.
Just thinking. It looks as though they might be looking at 15. How wrong am I? Double 16 after that.
Yes,
And there it goes. And he's taking a firmer hold by the leg. And Dimitri van den Bergh now just 2 away from a place in the last 4.
And a hold of throw.
$85.
Lukeman needs a tremendous surge of form here.
Yeah.
Well,
that will do it.
96.
Looking for 19.
36.
And he's got himself down onto a finish.
Yeah, lovely sequence of scoring.
$432. Martin Uri by 51.
Got to take this, you think?
Double 16.
35.
Oh dear. Van den Bergh, 88, puts this away, and it's virtually all over.
He's missed 11 darts at the double, Lukeman.
Great dart, double 14. And there it is, just 2 required. And Van den Bergh within 1. Now leads Martin Lukeman 9-4.
That's a 4th max for Lukeman. Great retire.
Can Lukeman build on that? Or is Dimitri going to take this match in style? That's just low.
84.
Well, Lukeman really has tried to find another gear and has done, but it's not culminating in legs jump.
No, it doesn't. Those stats, those average stats, don't always tell the story, do they? Lukeman's had 11 missed doubles. Meanwhile, Van den Bergh a bit unlucky with that deflection in the final darts, but he's on a finish, as is Lukeman. Needs treble 19 and can't do it now, so Van den Bergh is poised maybe.
Yeah, Dimitri's missed 11 darts at doubles, but he's hit 9.
114. Great first dart. Tops then.
74.
Too much on it.
Yeah, a bit of a flyer.
Require 52. No.
Oh my goodness, he's bust.
Well, he can barely believe that.
Dimitri require.
And he
40.
thinks and knows, I think, that the writing is on the wall now. Van den Bergh just trying to compose himself. He wants double 20 for victory and a place in the semi-finals. No, not yet.
Wowzers.
Martin, you require 52.
Putting my notes away, John. I was convinced.
Yeah, it was nearly an Elvis moment, wasn't it? It was nearly Elvis had left the building. I was thinking I was going to have to shout you back. Chris, you're still on. Lukeman now. 52 needed.
Yeah, he certainly won't be anywhere near the treble 20 this time.
Tops. And there is what he wanted.
Martin.
And so it goes on. You never know.
17 dart hold in the end.
Dimitri trying to stay composed and getting a good start to what he would hope is going to be the final leg of the match.
140.
Response.
Yeah, Lukeman has other ideas right now. Great use of the 17s. It's such a better shot mathematically going that side of the board.
Nothing wrong with the maths in that either. He's down to 221. Got his nose ahead.
Yeah, back to back. 140s.
It's 140. The 100 would have given him 170. Van den Bergh in a better place. Well, Van den Bergh with first dip, 130.
Yeah. Treble single ball. There's the single. There's the treble. Wants the ball.
Valiant efforts. but not quite. Now Lukeman, maybe he has got to take this to keep the match alive. Treble 17 he wants. He can't find it. And so it's over to Dimitri to dance his way into the last four. Double 8. And there it is. And Dimitri van den Bergh has